Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about LeBron James, and in particular, we're going to compare LeBron James and his peak athletic ability of his career with what he was in his last year, 2024-2025. We're going to compare the differences in how he essentially played offense, in particular with him driving the ball. We're going to look at two categories. We're going to talk about him with a head of steam, like in transition, and him working one-on-one in the half court. Let's go. Honestly, looking back, I had kind of forgotten just how much of a force LeBron was coming in transition. So here, honestly, if you give him the opportunity in transition, there was nobody in the NBA who had, I would say, a good chance of stopping him outside of maybe like three players. So LeBron working one-on-one right here, and he's going to use quick side-to-side movements to essentially lose a smaller defender on the way, and then the ability to go side-to-side and then immediately follow with a vertical leap is very, very impressive. And this was going to be one of the bigger changes from then to now, is then he used to use a lot more side to side to use the quick twitchness to beat defenders, and now he doesn't use that anywhere near as much. So they're going side to side, a clean spin to get an open look. Again, we see the spin on the perimeter, immediately gets downhill, and then absorbs contact like that. Like that is unbelievably impressive to have that ability to be able to maintain your rigidity going up vertically when you have contact like that is very, very impressive. And the reality is that defenders honestly kind of knew that when he had a head of steam, he was borderline impossible to stop. So here he's coming downhill, and we can see the defenders never really even make an effort to get in front. Like nobody tries to stop him early, and if you try and stop him here, there's a half of an effort to kind of get in the way. But because LeBron is such a force, he often forces the defenses to just kind of give up and give him the points. So then we jump to last year with the head of steam, and here instead of using the quick side to side, the big difference is he's going to use his body a lot more. So he still has the same muscle mass that he had earlier, but now he doesn't have the quick side to side. So instead he uses his body to move the defender off balance and then rises up in that vacated space. And this, I think, highlights the most important example of that LeBron is a lot more cautious when going downhill. Like he understands that he doesn't have the same bounce that he used to. And so here we have DeMar DeRozan stepping up, and like 6 years ago, 10 years ago, LeBron is just going over or around DeMar, like there's no hesitation. But instead, LeBron gets close, and instead of trying to shoot this contested ball, he simply kicks it out for an open three on the perimeter. But that's a different mentality of LeBron than he had back in the day. And then similar situation on this play, same thing. He does a great job getting down the middle of the lane, making sure he has the downhill opportunity. DeMar DeRozan steps up, and this time he doesn't kick to Austin Reeves. He does attack it one-on-one, but he doesn't go quick side to side. He instead goes to the side and simply goes around DeMar instead of trying to contest or make a quick movement to get around him easily. I would have to ask to know for sure, but I would guess that he's probably almost intentionally trying to make contact here with the side of his shoulder instead of the middle, because if he makes contact with the side, then he'll get free throws, get the and one potentially as well. But then we move to LeBron attacking in the half court, and this was these blew my mind. I had forgotten just how athletic he was. And so here we often see him win this first initial battle. We can see he got the step, and as soon as he gets the initial step, there's very little help defense that can help. Again, here he's going to split the defense using quick side to side to leave this defender behind. And when the help comes up, he just uses his length and his essential bounce from the outside all the way out here to get all the way around the defender into the rim. And even when he doesn't quite beat the defender just on the initial one, if there's no one else on the backside because they're distracted over here, he just uses his strength to go through them and then finish above again. The ability to hit this contact and then rise up from all the way out here to get this far above the rim is insane. And LeBron just going to attack here 100%. And even with, frankly, pretty good defense, he uses his athletic abilities to just create an edge that defenders can't get there. You know, he's moving so fast to the side and then also pairs it with verticality that defender's hand is nowhere near either his face to block his eyesight or the ball. Like LeBron just jumps so much faster than everyone else. So then we jump back to today's day and age. And instead of LeBron using that quick twitch to either beat him with the first step or explode vertically once contact is made, he uses more of off timing. So here we can see as he plants this leg, he decelerates here a little bit to make sure the defender leaves early and hopefully encourage contact and finish when the defender's off balance. This is something I've talked about with Jokic, does a similar concept to this. And so Jokic does it because he's not as fast twitch as LeBron was. And so LeBron transitioning to that shows great understanding. And so here in the past, he would have simply tried to rise up over all of them. Instead, he goes up vertical, maintains his balance, and finds the gap in between all those arms instead of simply going over them all. And then part of this is the coverage as well as like the Lakers personnel versus the Cavs personnel. But we see that when LeBron drives now, there's a different style of defense he often faces where the help is here aggressively early. And part of that is LeBron simply not getting to the rim as fast, so the help has more time to adjust. But they also want to prioritize him more. And so because he sees this more help, he has to be able to adjust and he make good passes instead of finishing one-on-one as he might have in the past. And then the final thing I think he's added to his game that's perfect, I think this is really, really important. I'm going to call it patience. So all those pass examples we looked at back in the day, he would attack, he would just spring at this defender. But instead, now he waits for the opportunity, waits for the defense to essentially adjust back to AD over here, and uses that, says, Cade is a matchup that I'm much more likely to have, and he waits for that moment and then rises up to take advantage. And so as far as statistics go, back in the day in the 2017-2018 season, he attempted 14.3 2-point field goals, and now he attempts 12.5, so it's gone down a little bit. And he shot at 60% then, and he shoots at 57% now. So again, gone down a little bit, but still very, very good numbers. And the fact he's able to maintain that is crucial through as he gets older and older and potentially slower and slower. So in conclusion, back in the day, he used a lot more of his quick twitch, side-to-side movement to make sure he got those explosive movements to beat defenders one-on-one. Now he uses a lot more patience, understands when and where to attack, and how to use his body to create leverage instead of just simply relying on that fast twitch athleticism. If you enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe. If you liked this video, I'll post one right here that's talking about LeBron making quick outlet passes. But most importantly, have a blessed rest of your day.